Well, let's bring in Paul Smith, Iranian analyst and director of the Iran Trade and Sanctions Observatory think tank, which monitors the regime. Paul, great to have you with us again on LBC News. We've heard that talks between the US and Iran could resume as early as Friday, but we know there's these major sticking points. Do you think there's any way around the choke points in the negotiations?
Yes, there will be. So I would like to give a quick explanation on the situation here. There is an internal division inside the Iranian regime. We have one camp, like IRGC and the current administration under Pezeshkian, that are leaning toward a tactical retreat for now. For example, they agreed to scaling backing proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon. Basically, they're trying to buy time and ease pressure. The other camp, which is IRGC leadership, heading by Ghalibaf at the moment, they want to continue their support of proxies, especially Hezbollah and regional proxies, and they see this retreat as a strategic weakness. So reports we have that shows officials being called back to Tehran that suggests the split is serious inside the Iranian regime. So this is not a unified regime right now after elimination of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. So there is no one, a specific person, to have the final say in the regime. So what the US actually wants at the moment, they're not pursuing regime change right now. That's the main difference between the United States administration and Israel. The U.S. administration priorities are very specific. They want to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. They bring stability to global energy. They want to stop or freeze nuclear program, and also they want to limit the ballistic missile capability of the Iranian regime. So the U.S. is about containment right now, not collapse and regime change. So coming back to your question, if the deal is possible, I think reaching a deal is very difficult at this stage, but it is possible. The internal split in Iran makes the coherent negotiating position difficult, but both sides right now have incentives. Iran has been weakened, took heavy losses. They need breathing room, and U.S. wants stability without escalation. They want a win here. And I think the current situation, Trump can claim some sort of win here. So the likely outcome could be a temporary deal. Let's say Iran says 5 to 10 years, put a hold on the nuclear program. Iran can agree to limit, but we all know history shows they often delay, bypass, and reverse later. So Iran is not looking for long-term solution to the problem. They want to manage time, and they're very good at it.
And the US military is claiming their blockade of Iranian ports has stopped all ships to and from those ports. There's some reports contradicting that. What do you know of the success of this blockade, and what about the retaliation? Of course, Iran threatening shipping in the Gulf. How is this tactic by the US military playing out?
They are all part of the pressure of the US to bring Iran to the negotiation table and accept their terms. And Iran might bend over to this request, because Iran regime's long-term strategy, I want to say that they want to survive current U.S. administration. They want to survive Trump and wait for the next election. If the next president is a Democrat, they win. If is a Republican isolationist like J.D. Vance or someone like Rand Paul, they win again. Because for Tehran's survival is victory. That's the point.
And of course, the Israeli ambassador to the US has been hailing talks with Lebanese diplomats as wonderful. We know Israel's been continuing its bombardment there. Fresh wave of strikes today. Do you think, or does it look like that conflict will outlast the kind of frontline war between the US and Iran?
That's a separate issue with the Iran regime, because Hezbollah is a much smaller problem in the region. Hezbollah is only a threat to Israel right now. They are not. They don't have power to block any energy supply. And the current talks between Israel and Lebanese government is very helpful to dismantle Hezbollah right now, because Israel cannot live like a normal country while there is Hezbollah on the northern borders and they continually shooting rockets inside Israel. So no government would accept that. Lebanese government is against Hezbollah. Lebanese people are against Hezbollah, and everyone in Israel and in Lebanon, plus people of Iran, they want to get rid of Hezbollah.
Paul, thank you very much indeed for your time with us here on LBC News. That's Paul Smith, Iranian analyst and director of the Iran Trade and Sanctions Observatory think tank.
LBC News.